Okay, welcome back, part 2 and camera fixed, hurrah, we're back into it. So the next offering, I have offered exactly this on the pay rise video as well. And again, I believe it's one of the best things that you can do to help yourself and your manager have this conversation in an appropriate fashion and a comfortable, easier one as well. Ask for the protocol in advance, i.e. ask for the appropriate procedure or process in advance. You know, you might be having lunch with your manager one day in the staff restaurant or canteen and you might casually ask them, can I ask you a question about something? Yeah, sure. Just generally speaking, what's the appropriate way to go about asking for the opportunity to get more experience or the opportunity to get a particular skill or to be able to attend a course, you know? And so this is for the future, especially of course, Miguel. Remember, you can ask for the protocol in advance. And or you might be even more specific. You might say casually in the staff restaurant, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. It's not something I'm asking directly now, so please don't feel the need to respond to it now, because I know that you've got other things on. I'm looking soon to ask for potentials in relation to getting more experience or skills or knowledge. And I was wondering if you could tell me what the most appropriate way to go about that would be with you, so that I could contact you at the right time, the right place and so on. Almost always, managers will respond very helpfully. And sometimes they'll probably say, no, go and ask now if you want to. I'm happy to answer now if you like. So do consider that. Now, this is a very, very particular response to something that you said, as you will recall, Miguel, and I call it move from concerned to no. You mentioned, I'm not going to mention too much because I want to preserve your anonymity, when I say that you refer to a new relationship with a manager that you're having at the moment, and one of the particular things you said was, I'm concerned that she or he is perhaps keeping back some of the juicier, nicer things. You didn't say things, of course, but and they're not giving them to me and or other staff. And that's exactly how you phrased it. You said, I'm concerned that they're holding them back. Well, move as best as you can, of course, from concerned to no. Now, how do you do that? Essentially, as you know, you do that through asking questions. I know that we need to be sensitive about that, and again, I've got some offerings for you on the front of asking questions. But be wary of making assumptions, Miguel. Push those to one side and get into the diagnostic questioning. As you know, you might be surprised. It might turn out that there are no juicy things at all. They're not holding anything back. They don't have anything. So we've just got to be careful in that sense. Yes. Example questions and statements, as I said, I'm going to show you some in a moment. This will include something called unlocking questions, which I will give you 3 examples of in a moment. And I can send you the handout on these. Again, it's 1 page, Miguel, with I think I put 12 or 14 examples on. Another very important thing to do is to probe specifics. So sometimes, as you know, people, let alone managers, are generic, vague, etc. Don't be afraid to probe specifics. Now, I can't remember if we've done work on advanced questioning technique actually. If you could let me know, Miguel, and if you haven't, I can help you with that, as you know. But you need to be quite skillful with questioning and probing technique. And so, for example, your manager might say, well, yeah, well, we might possibly be able to give you the opportunity to get some exposure in this area. And usually that is left by the staff member. They say, oh, great, okay, that'd be lovely if we could do that. And then it never happens. So with that, you would probe it. So you might say, okay, that's great. What specifically, or what in particular with that is there that I could get involved in? You could also ask a closing question, great, when can I do that? What else do we have? We're on red, just need to go to green. Take notes, and I would urge you to encourage notes if you feel it's helpful or relevant to do so. Again, I know you have to be very careful about this because you don't want to put your manager's nose up. Clearly you don't want to say, can you take notes please, if you don't mind? And likewise, of course, when you're taking notes. So what exactly did you promise? Run it past me again? Are you sure you said that? I'm taking notes. I know you'd love to sometimes, but yeah. But you're allowed to take notes, and at the very least, as I say on the other video, you indicate subtextually that you're very focused on this, and it tends to promote more accuracy from the other party and less empty promises. I would urge you to set a review or an update as well, Miguel, if you think it's necessary. So, don't be afraid to say, okay, you said that around about next quarter or in the summer, I will be able to look at the potential of getting that project or that experience. That's great. Is it okay if I touch base with you sort of in about 2 months' time and see where we are with that? You're allowed to do that. And something else that I put up, again, quite a lot actually, of a lot of these discussions is, it's in the manager's interest. Therefore, in terms of reframing how you see this, and in terms of enhancing your confidence, remember, Miguel, that done well, done skillfully, this is in your manager's interest. Succession planning, as you know, is part of the job of a manager. They need to find potential candidates to fill roles. When they're ill, they need to know that there's someone here that can do the jobs, and so on. So it is in the manager's interest as well. Therefore, rather than looking at this as some kind of combative him versus me type thing, you can reframe it in the sense that it's us looking together at solving problems at work. Okay. I hope that's useful, Miguel. I've just cut that because I just said your actual name. So, Miguel, I hope that is useful. If so, great. If not quite, as you know, get in touch, let me know. And I now need to show you these example questions and statements. So I'll stop it now, I'll make part 3, and we'll see what we have in part 3.